I'm Tracy Koga with something short and fun. This is a Hugh Soundbite. Well, it is always great to, really promote some beautiful music that's happening around us in this pandemic and lockdown and isolation. And Tania Joy, joy is definitely the word. Because I have to tell you, the song, and then I watch the video, and I sing, oh, this is what we need. It's something a little different. Maybe it's a little bit more sensual. It just, instead of this upbeat poppy music. I love the song Blink, and
Thank you.
I really wanted to spend some time, get to know you, and share your music with everybody else. And like everybody else, we were talking about in a lockdown. You're in Ontario and Uxbridge, and I guess as a writer and being a musician, you've been doing a lot of, I guess, songwriting and creating music.
That's right, for sure. The first part of the pandemic was a little quiet, trying to get used to the rhythm of things. But I was able to channel some creative energy, and I've been writing a lot and learning some new things, new skill sets to do performances at home, and releasing some music.
Oh, okay. So, and your backstory is, wasn't like you grew up in music, but then, I guess you call yourself a late bloomer, so to speak, and
Yeah.
producing and doing your own writing. What was the moment, Tanya, where you thought that I could actually do this?
Well, I'm not sure. I think that I did come to music later in life, and I think that I was dealing with life's ups and downs, and
Mm.
music had always been an attraction for me. So initially I just took it on as a hobby to just learn guitar and sing along with my guitar. And I think I realized quite quickly, because I do have a creative background, that this was another avenue that I could use to tell my stories. And in that particular instance, it was the right time, so music kind of came to me when I needed it the most. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And your profession, a creative designer, interior designer, or something like that, I
It's a
think?
graphic designer, yes. Graphic
Wow.
design.
So
Mhm,
hey, then you
indeed.
don't have to worry about any of your graphic designs for your
That it's
music.
very helpful.
Yes, because that was my
Indeed.
next, kind of question is the business of music.
Right.
And, being a female and being obviously a female of color, for you, Tanya, what kind of, and if you did have challenges or maybe you didn't at all, into this where you were until where you are now as far as the business end, how has it been for you?
For music, I think I'm still at the beginning of my journey in my mind as an emerging artist. So I haven't come up against any unique challenges when it comes to music. I think there's always a few doors that you have to force open a little bit as a female in any industry. So, to kind of create to stand in your own voice and be able to sing the subject about the subjects you want to sing about, and really position yourself as a strong creative being. I think that's always a challenge across many creative fields. So for now, that's sort of where I sit. I expect, I sort of expect the challenge, because that's what life has always been about for me. So
Oh,
you
no
know,
doubt. Yes. And so now the album itself is looking at a fall release, but I love it that you have been releasing singles, and one in particular too, besides Blink, Planks and Marietta, um, that release, and you also gave all the proceeds to Black Lives Matter. So, maybe make the connection there because again, you know, Black Lives Matter has certainly been a huge movement for everybody.
that's right. Yeah. I mean, I struggled just like everyone with the challenges um, uh, of systemic racism, that, and as it came like prolific in the news stories, and last year with the death of George Floyd, I struggled trying to wrestle with what had happened in front of the whole world. And then there was another incident that happened locally that opened my eyes right in my neighborhood as well. To it's everywhere. It's not just in other countries. And when that happened, again, I sat with that in a little despair, and eventually I was able to kind of connect the two things, the two incidents, and write a story about it, and write a song about it. And I released it for in February for Black History Month, and all of the proceeds from the downloads are being directed to Black Lives Matter. So it was great to just be able to even, just articulate my thoughts, and hopefully it just continues the conversation, and really challenges people to take a look at what they can do to change things.
And that's the, I guess, the hope too, like you just said, that the conversations continue because we don't want them to stop. And we are creatures of habit, right? As soon as it's past our view, we're, tunneling forward onto the next thing, and we do forget. But even, we're for Blink and talking about, rising above and finding the inner strength when you're
That's
at
right.
the lowest.
That's right.
I think that's really pretty another thing to think about. So the story behind Blink then.
Well, Blink is sort of, about how life can just change in an instant, how you can be blindsided, and every day things just switch it up for you. So, in that particular instance, it's about a relationship, being blindsided by it ending, and having to reconcile all of the feelings and all of the things you thought to be true, in that relationship. So, um, yeah, it's a kind of a dark place to go, but in the end, it's always about rising, and finding that way out of the darkness.
And then now too, in this whole lockdown right now, of course, the future, what does that look like for you, Tanya? As an artist, how are you going to get your music out? I guess, now everything is virtual, but then, you will be back at some point to performances, but then what will that look like?
It's hard to say how long it will take to get back to normal, performing in small venues with crowds, or larger venues with bigger crowds. So I think it's one day at a time. Every day I'm learning a new skill set to do this virtually. I also am involved in a music festival here in my hometown, and we're really excited to bring that platform for artists back to the community who's itching, for live music just like everybody else. So I think we have to be innovative. We have to be patient and hopeful. You know.
So tell us more about this music festival. This is fantastic.
Well, our community started a music festival in 2018 to promote and create a platform for local artists, and then bring in new artists, so that we can introduce our community who loves music to the great Canadian talent that we have. So we've had it we put on two years of it, and then COVID sidelined it for a bit, but there's a lot of energy. It's all volunteer based, nonprofit festival, and it's just great for our community. It really brings out the best in everyone.
Well, and that's so good to hear because, I mean, as much as it's been, I've already, met so many artists that are finding their own success through all of this, but there are so many other artists that are really struggling, whether it's financially or it's mental health.
Absolutely.
And something like this is it's so uplifting. It's
Yes.
truly amazing.
Yeah, so it's called Springtide Music Festival. We're online, and we are looking forward to bringing back those artists that have been on hiatus, and waiting for the news of to come back. So we really are eager to support those artists again when things open up.
And if you kind of look back at yourself, Tanya, and your personal journey through all of this and to where you are now, what things have you learned about yourself that
Uh,
have surprised you? And then, maybe some words of wisdom for other, you know, women, girls out there
yeah.
that maybe aspire to be in your shoes someday.
Right. Well, I would have to say that this journey wasn't an expected one. It's definitely come to me, later in life, as I said, and out of the blue, and it really something that has changed my life. And if I look back, 7 or 8 years ago, there's no way I would have imagined that I'm so involved in music in the community, and releasing my own music, and continuing down that path. I think that we have to believe in ourselves, and if we have that something that's inside, that's kind of itching to come out, we really have to explore it, especially during these times when life is so different. Maybe that's something positive that's come out of this lockdown, and these pandemic times, is a chance for introspection, and really a second chance to try something new, or something that we've been holding back. I would also say, for women who are in this industry and others, I think it's great to try and find like-minded individuals, other women, championing them, and surround yourself with those who you see who are doing the things that you want to do in life, and really help celebrate them, and see how you can join in, and become involved in something that you're really passionate about. Yeah,
No.
I think it's an optimistic outlook. I love seeing how the women are all banding together right now, and really celebrating each other.
Well, definitely. Well, congratulations to you, Tania. And we're going to premiere the video Blink right now on Hue at Home. I think a little Anita Baker in the voice. It truly is special. And the dancer, she was amazing too as well.
Yes, yes, she was awesome. I thought she did a fabulous job. I was very pleased. Yes.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tania. Stay safe and healthy. And hopefully we'll see you performing.
Oh, I look forward to that so
yes.
much. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for having me. Okay, take care.
Blink, I can't erase this memory of you, as if we could ever be two, as if sad was something so new. Blink, know the time won't soften the blow. The years keep taking their toll, and what was stolen will never grow old. In the blink of an eye can change your life. In the blink of an eye can change your life. Your life. Blink as if this was never your thing. A mirage constantly leaving. It's seeing, believing. Blink and the picture is never the same. An instant can alter the frame. The darkness will change the game. In the blink of an eye can change your life. In the blink of an eye can change your life. In the blink of an eye can change your life. In the blink of an eye can change your life. Your life. Your life. Your life. In the